Hello, welcome to Steve McDonald's Crafting, and I'm going to be doing some more upcycling of jars, but I'm going to be doing them slightly different to the one I did before where I used the window stickers and some ribbon. And if you haven't seen that video, then check it out. I'll link it at the end of this. It came out really well. I finally got some frost effects stuff come through, and I've got two jars that are exactly the same. As you can see, they had baby onions in balsamic vinegar in, and they were scrumptious. So I've cleaned one of the jars off. It's gone through the dishwasher, but oddly enough, the label didn't come off it, and it didn't come off this one either when it went through the dishwasher. So all I'm going to do is spray that with a bit of soapy water, let that soak in, peel it off. And then once it's peeled off, I will need to get rid of the sticky residue that's on there, but that's not a problem, and I'll show you how to do that really, really quickly and easily without any hassle. Well, this should have been soaking enough, and it should just peel off, to be honest. And yeah, look, there we go. I just use a knife. You don't even need to use a knife. You can probably get it off just as easy with a stick. And it will leave the residue behind of the stickiness, and I'll show you how I get that off. It comes off really easily. And all I do to get that off is I take a bit of rag like that, 99% alcohol, and go over it until it's gone. And as you can see, it's dissolving that lovely. The thing is about the frosting stuff, you have to clean the jar first with alcohol anyway to make sure there's no bits on it. It's going to work a treat. Kind of kills two birds with one stone. And then once it's evaporated off or it's dry, then I will go over it with a little bit of soapy water again, just in case there's any bits I've missed of that, because I don't want that poking through the paint or what I'm going to do with this. And then once I'm happy, I'll just go over it a final time with the alcohol, and then that'll come off. We've got a nice clean jar again. Cost me nothing, other than me pickled onions, which were lovely. Yum, yum, yum. Love the pickled onions. These are all clean now, and I've also cleaned the lids. Now, I don't like the gold lids. I want them to be a little bit better, so they don't look like jam jar lids, I suppose is what I'm saying. So what I'm going to use on those is this metal paint, and it gives it like a planished look, and I'm just going to brush that on and let that dry. I will link everything, as I said before, in the description below. It just needs a bit of a stir and painting on. I've got these cheap stencils, and all I've done is cut them in half. I'm going to sellotape these onto the jars and then stencil this stuff on. I don't know if it's going to work. I hope it's going to work, but it may not. I've masked the jars off now. I've put this on because I don't want to get any of this stuff onto these areas, and I've just used the blue. It's not too sticky, which is ideal. I've also used a bit of double-sided sticky tape underneath these lids and put them on a dessert pot so I can paint these easier and then move them once I've painted them. And it also allows me to paint the rim underneath as well by having them stuck there. And this paint just goes on lovely and easy. I know you've probably seen me use this before and I don't mind if a bit of gold shows through this. So when it starts to do its thing, it's like planishing thing. I do need to get a new brush. I do have a stream of consciousness going on at times, don't I, in my videos? So when it does that, it will show some of that gold through, and to be honest, that will probably look quite nice. So can you see how it's already started to make that pattern in it? And then all I have to do is turn it upside down, and then I can get round to the whole of the rim. And that's nicely coated, and I think that looks a little bit nicer than the gold lid. You do need to wash your brush out. It's not water soluble, so I have a little bit of white spirit here in a shot glass that I can just keep using, and then I clean it on a cloth, and then I can use that brush again. Well, I'm ready now to put this on, and having read the instructions, it says use a soft but fairly dense sponge, so I've got one here. This is just a bit of a kitchen scourer where I've taken the scourer off. Put a little bit on the sponge like so, and then dab it on lightly without using too much pressure so that you're not creating too many bubbles. And then what you do is you leave it to dry for 2 to 3 hours and then go over it and do another coat. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these off. We'll give them another couple of coats, let them dry up, and then we'll see what they look like once they've had a couple of coats. I'm hoping it's going to come off where these stencils are okay. Well, this is all dry now. Now, I've already taken the one off the circles, and I'll show you that in a second, but I'm hoping this one has come out a little bit better than the circle one. I'll show you what the problem was with that one in a sec, but we might see it happen on this one. But the blue tape comes off really really, really easily. And it doesn't leave any sticky residue. Yeah, this one's done exactly the same. I don't like the look of it, to be honest. Because what happens is the liquid gets underneath the stencil. And once you pull the stencil off, regardless of how tight you've got it on there, it doesn't look brilliant. And the same happened with the circle one, look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off with alcohol, and it should just come off really easy with the alcohol. Now I've cleaned all that off, what I've done is I've used some blue tape and some masking tape, and I've gone down them, and I think this will seal a lot easier and come off a lot easier. I'm going to frost these bits. I don't want to frost here or the bottom, and the same with this bit. I don't want to frost this bit or this bit here either. I'll be dabbing that on using my sponge as I did last time. I might only give it 2 coats. I give it 3 coats before. Well, these are all dry, and what I've done is I've only gone over them this time with 1 coat rather than 3, because I think I might have done it a little bit too thick. What I've decided to do with these is fill them with dog treats, give them to my family who have got dogs, because we always kind of get each other something for the dogs, because we're silly like that, because we've all got dogs. I'm hoping that this is just going to peel off nice and easily and leave a nice frosted part to it. And it is looking like it is. It is sitting rather flush to the jar as opposed to how the stencil was sitting, because I couldn't get the stencil to sit as flush to it and stick to it as tight as I wanted to. Overall, I think that's come out really well. I like that quite a lot. And the lids have dried, and I think the lids have come out really well. As I said before, I do love that metal paint, and it no longer looks like it's an old pickle jar. And they don't smell like the pickle jars because they went through the dishwasher. Oh, yeah, that's come out okay. Well, I've got a variety of things that I want to use to decorate these with. So I made these a long time ago. Whenever I have any leftover resin, I always make something like this. And I'm going to glue those onto the lid using some Yoo-hoo glue, because that will glue them on lovely. And also, around the edge of the lid, I'm going to put these Merry Christmas stickers, because I think they're going to look quite nice on there. I've also cut out some stickers using my Cricut of just some silhouette stickers and some paw prints that I'm going to run up the jars. Now that should be fairly easy to do, and it just goes to show you can use whatever you've got laying around, and if you want to buy yourself some of these stickers, then they're readily available as well. They'll go on really quite easily. I'm not sure what sort of angle. I know I should be using a transfer tape, but I'm probably going to put them going around, not necessarily even, but going around, dotted around here. And then I'm going to fill these with doggy treats. Well, these are all finished. I'm really pleased with how they've come out. I've done one with paws on and different dogs, and obviously that. And I've put the Merry Christmas around the lid, and I've filled them with dog biscuits. And then I did one with bones on and silhouette dogs. Also, again, Merry Christmas around the outside. Put the little foot on and filled it with dog bones. I think these are going to make lovely little treats. I'm going to make some more because we meet up with some people who we walk dogs with. And what I'm going to do is near Christmas or on Christmas Day when we walk our dogs, I'm going to take some of these with me. And take a few of these jars with me and give them to their dogs. Let me know in the comments what you think of them, or if you're going to make them. And let me know if you think I'm silly making Christmas presents for my dogs. Please boot that like button. It really does help my videos to get out there. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, because I'm trying to grow this channel to 10,000 subscribers by March. That's my challenge. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee just to say thank you for any of my videos and help support this channel and allow me to keep making things like this, then the link for that is in the description below, and you'll get your name on my coffee board. Take care, enjoy your crafting, bye.